Yeah, my hair's still really long.
Last night I drove to Harper's Ferry and I thought about you. There were signs on the roads that warned me of stop signs. The speed limit kept decreasing by 10 as we entered a town about halfway there. It was almost raining at the train station. We put our hoods on our heads at the train station. We threw rocks into the river. The river underneath the train tracks. And when the train came, it was so big and powerful. When it came into the little station, I wanted to put my arms...
Okay, now we can finally get on with the video. Welcome everybody to a new video, and today I'll be discussing and reviewing Car Seat Headrest's Twin Fantasy. It's a pretty long album, an hour and 10 minutes, so buckle in. This album originally was released in 2011, made solely by Toledo, the frontman of the current band. It was just Toledo recording the songs and putting them out, but there was a remastered version in 2018. That's what I have in my hands right now. The remastered version referred to as Face to Face, whereas the old version is called Mirror to Mirror. During this, I will be talking about both Mirror to Mirror and Face to Face. I'll be primarily talking about Face to Face. I will be doing some comparisons, talking about what I like, and there are a few things that I do not like the remastered, and we will talk about that. But let's get into track one, My Boy.
See each other much.
What can I say? Classic opener. I love when openers just start slow and then they build and build until there's like a final loud part. Just has a lot of energy and it's just great. I also love Will Toledo's voice. The vocal style is really strained sounding, I guess. And the screams, they're really good. I think his voice has improved so much. The remastered, his voice sounds a lot better on all of these songs. And you can already tell how much the remastered revamped the sound quality.
We don't see each other much.
It's the second shortest song on the album, and it's a nice way to open up the album. And you can't deny this part is so good. Now we move on to track 2, Beach Life and Death.
Last night I drove to Harper's Ferry and I thought about you. There were signs on the roads that warned me of stop signs. The speed limit kept decreasing by 10 as we entered a town about halfway there.
And before I talk about this song, just look at that timestamp. Yeah, pretty long. I like how it just starts. I feel like a lot of songs that are 13 minutes, 10 minutes, something around those ranges kind of start slow and then it crescendos to a big moment, and then that's kind of the song. But this song just comes out with a bang right away, and I just like how it starts out that way, and it's really evident. This track is very important to the album, I think, with the lyrics I wrote beach death when I thought you were taking. I roach. wrote beach death when I thought you were taken. I wrote fuck. I wrote I wrote beach death when I thought you were taken. I wrote beach funeral when I knew you were taken. I wrote beach death when I thought you were taken. I wrote beach funeral when I knew you were taken. I wrote beach fags. Well, that wasn't about you. I kind of just like those lyrics, but if you didn't already know this was gay furry music, we get our first clue from I pretended I was drunk when I came out to my friends. I never came out to my friends. And you should have already known that Will was gay, based on the infamous gay retard mix made by Spotify. But this is seriously a moment that we can relate to, even though it's seriously, I feel like this is a moment that we can relate to, not specifically coming out to your friends, but like seriously, this is a moment that I feel like all of us can relate to, even though not specifically about coming out to your friends, but like telling them something that's very deep and personal to yourself and not being able to follow through with it, and trying to change the subject and then feeling terrible afterwards, evident by the lines of I'm incapable of being human. Like, you just feel so bad about it, like you can't even, I can't even describe it. And no, I don't have anything against dogs, if anyone was wondering. And then we get some few lines. And then I like the transition to that slower part.
I don't want to go insane. Last night I dreamed he was trying to kill you. I woke up and I was trying to kill you. It's been a year since we first met.
It's got everything. And then after this, the song stops, goes back to the beginning part.
Smile from the inside.
And there's a lot of stuff to unpack here in the lyrics. I'm not going to be talking about all of that. I've kind of already rambled on a little too much. But I kind of like the ocean washed over your grave / open your grave. And I think it could be about crying or their memory being resurfaced or something. I think it just sounds really cool and dark, and it's going to come back later. And if there's one thing that I think Mirror to Mirror did better in this song than the Face to Face version, just the glitch at the end where the vocals are like all glitchy and stuff. The end of the remaster is great. I love that little part at the end, but I just wish we could have both of them combined together. I think it would have been really nice. And yeah, 13-minute track. Second track is kind of very out there. I would not have expected that, and I was very surprised when I first listened to that. But hey, it's a great song. And then we transition to the third track, Stop Smoking.
Stop smoking, we love you.
It's just a short and sweet song about caring for someone, hoping for them to stop their bad habits, showing them that they have a support system. We love you, and we don't want you to die.
And we don't want you to die. We don't want you to die. We don't want you to die. We don't want you to die.
Okay, it's me from the future. I'm editing this video currently. The horn in the background, my stepbrother playing trombone, it makes it unusable, so I'm just gonna re-record this part. Anyway, that leads into the most popular song Carsey Headrest has ever put out, and that song is track 4, Sober to Death. And one thing I really want to say is all these songs got revamped with the 2018 release of Face to Face, but this one specifically got revamped to a whole nother level. It feels really good. I love listening to this song. The intro is just iconic. That just 3 string. It's just really great, and I really like the lines. The final terror is in your house.
The final terror is in your house somewhere, hiding in boxes behind closed doorways, out from the forest adjacent to your garage. I've seen its marks at the corner of your eye.
I think there's a lot of imagery with these lyrics, and I've seen its marks at the corner of your eyes. Really just sticks with me a lot, showing that it's still stuck with them. And you can see the pain in their eyes. The lead into the chorus is just amazing. And then that chorus, it's so strong.
Take your hands off your neck and hold on to the ghost of my body. You know that goodbyes make bad stories. You can touch me when punching mattresses gets home. Don't think it'll always be this way. Not comforted by anything I say. We were reds before we crashed into each other.
That chorus is very strong, and the lyrics are really amazing. I love the line, good stories are bad lives, because it's kind of true. You know, if you have a good life and everything's going good, it's not really that interesting of a story, whereas bad lives, like running from the cops or something like that, kind of interesting. And then once we get the second transition into the chorus, that part is just really angelic. It builds up for the final transition into the chorus for the last time of the song.
Not even words, just
It's just so great. The chorus, I can't enough, it's just so good. One lyric I do want to highlight, although I could talk about this chorus for ages, is we were wrecks before we crashed into each other. And the repetition of the guitar part at the end of the song is a little weird. I feel like it's an odd choice. It's still really good, but I do feel like we're being edged for another chorus. production, can't say it again. It's so fantastic. The drums and guitar. Especially the drums on this song. The drums are very, very much better. And then we transition into the 5th song on the record, Nervous Young Inhumans. I love the synth in the background. It just adds so much to the song. And I'd say this song is probably my favorite instrumentally. It's just that synth is so blessing to my ears. The original didn't really have it. The remake just makes it sound so much better. And those drums are awesome. Chorus is great, like always. I'll talk about the differences between the mirror-to-mirror version and the face-to-face one later. And the end of the song is just amazing. Just having everything be stripped away except the drums and the bass line. I just really like that decision, and it's just a great short track is what I would say if there wasn't 2 minutes of monologuing at the end. I kind of like the monologue, the talking about good and evil, but after a while he just starts talking about random places. I don't really connect with that. I think it's a little long. I think it could have been shorter. Although there are some good lines like, I haven't done shit this year. I can't even go to IKEA anymore. I got flashbacks. It's kind of funny, but... And now for some of the differences. In the original version, the chorus was like this. I don't know why I'm pausing. It's just gonna cut over. You never lifted your voice. You never raised your hands. I will show you my inhuman. You understand. The new version just replaced the word galvanistic and put lyrics in that would fit. I like the new chorus a little better, but I think losing that galvanistic monologue at the end of the original really isn't worth it. I felt like that original monologue fit better with the album. Maybe it doesn't fit better for some people, but just for me, that idea of galvanism being the electricity in our body basically fuels our romantic lives. I think that's a pretty interesting concept to talk about, and I think it was really well done in the original. So I'm a little disappointed that it's not in the new version. Although I do like the monologue a little bit, it's just the old monologue, I liked it a lot more. The new chorus is good though, and I feel like it just fits the song better. I wish we could have gotten the new chorus, except we could have added galvanistic somewhere in there just to make the ending monologue make sense, because I would replace the new monologue with the old monologue. I mean, we could splice them together a little bit, but I'm just rambling on a little bit. So let's transition into track 6, Bodies. This starts out with a bang. This is one of the most beloved songs on the entire album, and it's really great. The electric drums just catch you off guard the first time, but it really just wakes you up. You know you're in for a good time. Lyrics are good as always. We got some more fourth wall breaking, which is pretty neat.
Is it the chorus yet? No! It's just a building of the verse. So when the chorus first comes, it'll be more rewarding.
And then we get the famous line, "Those of you got some nice shoulders." but the thing is, he's talking to himself. It's very confusing. It's a confusing lyric, but I guess those of you do got some nice shoulders. And one interesting thing, the interpretation of this lyric, is Will's trying to ask someone to dance, but then he accidentally fucks it up by saying, those of you got some nice shoulders, instead of those are some nice shoulders, I'd like to put my arms around them. And that also connects to the beginning where he says, that's not what I meant to say at all. The line, there's no devil on one shoulder or angel on the other, they're just two normal people. I think this line is amazing, and you can just tell why. Chorus is very nice, as always. I say the chorus is good on like all of these songs, because all these songs are just really good. I like the vocals being kind of muffled. It just sounds really good. It kind of reminds me of the song at the end of How to Train Your Dragon, the first movie. Speaking of, I just went to see the live action version in theaters a few days ago. It was really good, and that bridge is really good. Just like winding down things a bit and then just cranking it back up to have that nice build up. It's just really great, and that guitar work is amazing. We'll forget that we forgot how to talk when we're dead. It's just very good. It's a lot better on the new version, and it's way more distinct, so you can actually hear it a little better. One thing I don't like with this song is the ending. Why is there just someone saying, I'm on a need-to-know basis? I'm on a need-to-know basis. I'm on a need-to-know basis. It's just kind of weird, but that doesn't ruin the song at all to me. It's still amazing, perfect. Following up to what I said in Sober to Death, I'd like to change my statement to saying Bodies is the song that got the biggest revamp, because listen to the old drums. Yeah, this song got very much revamped. And then we transition into track 7, Cute Thing.
I got so fucking romantic, I apologize, let me light your cigarette. Come visit Kansas for a week of debauchery, songs, night vibes, and good sex.
Cute Thing is... Cute Thing's a pretty great song, I'd say. It's super rocky. It's the rockiest song on this album. And it's basically just a love song, although there is a little more complexity to that. Like, for example, if we take one of the opening lines, let me light your cigarette. This is in complete contrast to track 3, Stop Smoking, We Love You. Now instead of saying stop smoking, he's lighting the cigarette for them. And this will come back later in the next song too. It's an interesting way to move the album forward. And I like this lyric and the underlying consequences of it. But overall, the song is very great. The chorus is great again. And there's one line I wanted to touch up on. If you didn't already know this was gay, furry music. Yeah, we're doing the furry part now. We have the line, I will be your rock dog, woof woof. That's only in the old version. I will be your rock dog when you're rolling. If I listen hard enough at this line, I can kind of make out the woof woofs. Again, I have to listen super hard. I don't know if it's actually there or if he's just saying rock dog again. But the old version, it's a little more there. And I like the start of the old version better. But the build up to that drop part is awesome. And the guitar is so good. And then that guitar work is amazing on the drop. It's so good. And then we get those breaks, those vocal doo-doo-doo breaks. They're really great, and there's a lot more emphasis on the face-to-face version. So yeah, the guitar work on this song just got completely changed. It's so much better than the Mirror to Mirror version. And then the ending part is really great with the repeated lyric, "I am love." It's just great. Also, I want to talk about all the great instrumental decisions they do on all these tracks. Not saying that the old ones didn't have them. They did, but there's so much going on under the surface. Like, if you really choose to listen and pick out all of what's happening, you can hear so many different things going on, so many different guitars playing different things, and it just really adds to the complexity of the song. It just makes every song even more distinct within itself. But yeah, the different instrumentations on all these songs are just so appreciated. Great song. And then we move on to track 8, High to Death. I love the sad sounding chords at the beginning. It's just so good, and like just plucking each string individually in like a pattern just is a really easy way, I feel like, to make a sad sound. And the reverb and the space on a song just make me feel like I'm floating. There's so much room in this song. It's honestly great. And then we actually get into the lyrics.
I fell over, I fell onto the ground.
Man, is that delivery great. I love the very subtle strained vocals. It's just really great.
Ooh, I wish I was sober.
His high notes sound beautiful.
I can't get up off the ground.
That little like noise in the background after he's saying round is just really great background music, and it makes me feel like I'm floating again. And that beat is amazing too. And I like the imagery in the song with like the wallpaper going around the room, and I follow it around the room. It's like you're spinning around.
And this wallpaper keeps going round the room. It keeps going round the room. It keeps going round the room. And I follow it around the room. And I follow it.
It's just great. I love just listening to this song on the floor. And then we get the inversion. I've been talking about the contrast between the third track, Stop Smoking, We Love You, to the lyrics in this song, which have now switched to Keep Smoking, I Love You. This could symbolize the support system Will has. There's less people comforting him, that's why it's I love you. And now he's just feeding into his bad habits. And then we get the repeated lyric, I don't want to die.
I don't wanna die.
if you ever want to feel worse, just listen to this song and close your eyes. It's very sad. And I really like the interlude part of the song where it's like quieter, and then we get that child's voice screaming William, calling out. I think this could maybe represent lost innocence, or like and bad things we keep locked away. It's the "Let me out, William." I just really like this choice, and it adds a lot to the song. And I also like the imagery on for the lyric. And I sat there on the steps considering death.
And I sat there on the steps, considering death.
I sometimes just sit on steps and just think about things, just soaking in the world around me, considering what's happening in my life right now. So, High to Death, you know, it's a really great sad track. It's very depressing, and it mirrors two different songs on the album. Sober to Death, which is just the inversion of the title of the song, and Stop Smoking, where that lyric appears up again in a different way. And at the end of the track, there's like some voicemail.
Welcome to the Nevada Museum of Art's audio guide. We hope your experience will be
going on. It basically is talking about art portfolio.
My portfolio is a collection of paintings.
And I forgot to mention this in the video, but you can actually go look up the artwork that's being talked about in this section of the song. And so I thought I'd show you guys. Pretty cool. And then we transition into the penultimate and longest track on this album, the 16-minute Behemoth track 9, Famous Prophets, Stars. This song got 6 added minutes of extra runtime. The mirror-to-mirror version was only 10 minutes. So this song basically got the biggest changes, because this song is probably the most important song on the entire record to the story, and it's just a very long, emotional track. I love the first lines.
Apologies to future me's and you's, but I can't help feeling like we're through.
The twin bruises
on my shin.
could mean the pain and the memory of the relationship. The lines, what I went through for you, but now they're fading. Now they're gone. After the fantasy has hurt him beyond belief, somehow he's been able to climb out, and now the fantasy is wearing off on him, and now he can maybe let it go. And then we get that guitar part. This song is basically where the fantasy really breaks down, and Will finally comes to terms with what happened, especially with the lyrics. These teenage hands will never touch yours again. And I love the background vocals during this part. It's just great. I love two vocal tracks clashing each other. It just creates a nice sound. It just adds a lot of complexity. I think it's a pretty cool technique. And then we get the line, "We gotta go back," repeated over and over again.
We gotta go back. We gotta go back.
I really relate to this so much. I feel like a lot of us can, wanting to go back to a different time. Not even a simpler time, just a different time. Like I feel so much pain and longing inside myself to go back to certain times and like relive or even fix things. There's a lot to talk about with this song, but I'm going to refrain from talking about everything. Just listen to the album, please. If you're going to take away one thing from this video, it's just listen to the album. It's so
We gotta go back. We gotta go back. We gotta go back.
I also forgot to mention this, but the callback to Beach Life and Death with the lyric, "The ocean washed over your grave."
The ocean washed over your grave.
It's just really great on this song, and I can't stress enough how I like these reoccurring lyrics and themes throughout the album. It just ties everything together really nicely. And we get a new verse, the descendant to cliche.
So the sun into cliche. If you found your holy grail, I could go back and I could hammer in that nail. The ocean voices, what you listen for? Call it black salt, the same thing happens when you touch it.
Which brings back track 5's Nervous Young Inhumans mention of a pain star.
A pain star has entered your house. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to touch it? It only happens once.
I think bringing stuff back like this is so cool, and I've already talked about it on High to Death. This new verse is really good too. And then after a while, everything just stops, and it's just the piano, and then we get the descendant to cliche.
So descend into cliche. If the music has forsaken you, roll the stone over the grave. I never liked that one anyway. I'll stare into the face of whatever it is that's facing you.
And then we get the final line, what happened to you, except the you, man.
What happened to you?
Will Toledo's falsetto or high notes or whatever you want to call it, man, it's just really good. I really love it, and the way he uses it. And then we get this piano interlude for around like 2 minutes, and it's awesome, and it just keeps building. And then we get that I gain nothing, I have love. And then we finally, after a while, get that faded explosion. It's so good. And the My Boy callback is great too. Just listen to these horns. It brings me to tears. It's just so good. The ending monologue has been changed from the Mirror Mirror version. It used to be this quote, but now it's this. They're both from the Bible, but I feel like the new quote fits the album better. I still like the old quote. You know, you could just slap a Bible quote on anything, and even if it doesn't really make sense to the work it's being applied to, it just carries a lot of weight for me. But I appreciate the new monologue. I think it fits the album more, and it can be applied to the album really easily. When I was a child, I reasoned like one, but when my childhood ended, I put it behind me. It's like growing out a difficult phase in your life, and that was this for Will. And the background instrumentation for this part is also amazing. Final thoughts, great song. 16 minutes is hard to keep someone engaged for 16 minutes for a song, but they pulled it off, and it's an amazing way to almost finish off the album, because now these two remain. Track 10, Twin Fantasy, Those Boys.
I haven't looked at the sun for so long, I'd forgotten how much it hurt to. I haven't looked at the sun for so long, I'd forgotten how much it hurt to.
That opening line, it's great. It's like finally facing reality, facing the sun. It hurts because you've been comforted by the fantasy, but we need the sun, and eventually you're gonna just have to face it and move on. It's gonna hurt at first because you've been comforted by the fantasy for so long that the pain that it's actually doing to you, you just don't feel it anymore. So it really hurts to do what's actually good for you, and I think that those lines are very powerful. And the organ is great for making a song feel sad, but this song isn't just sad, it's hopeful too. How Will delivers the line off into the distance. And how he struggles to say it at the beginning, it's just so beautiful. Just the way he says off at the beginning, it just strikes into me, I guess. And the way he delivers the line, repeats the end of adventures, churs, like his mind is wandering back, but then it cuts back to I haven't looked at the sun. I feel like it's like when you wander off and you think about something else, or like Will, for example, thinking about the fantasy and slipping back into that, but then finally snapping out of it and thinking about reality and facing it, looking at the sun. And then we get the final monologue of the entire album.
This is the end of the song, and it is just a song. This is a version of me and you that can exist outside of everything else. And if it is just a fantasy, then anything can happen from here. The contract is up. The names have been changed. Support went out, whoever you are. These are only lyrics now.
I think this is a great fourth wall break, and really it just shows that music is a type of fantasy. You're leaving the real world, you're escaping your problems, but at the end you're gonna have to face the sun. And then we finally get the last lines of the album. When I come back, you'll still be here.
When I come back, you'll still be here.
The memories will still be here, even though he's left the fantasy behind. I think this is further highlighted by at the end, instead of the background vocal saying, when you come back, I'll still be here, it says, when I come back, you'll still be here. And I feel like that's him leaving behind the fantasy. I'm just babbling on. And then the sort of screen background vocals is really great, and then we got that explosion. Then at the end we get the sound of someone walking away, showing that Will has moved on from the fantasy in this point in his life, and he's a different person now. And one thing that's really cool is with the vinyl version of the album. If you play Twin Fantasy, Those Boys, at the end of the song has like a little groove where the stylus will just stay there. It'll keep repeating itself. And you actually have to get up off your ass and turn off the turntable if you want the song to end. I think this is pretty powerful. The album only ends when you want it to. The fantasy only ends when you make the effort to have it end. I know I said before in the other review that I'm not going to give out scores for the albums, but for special cases like this, I will. I think this is a perfect album. I feel like as an experience, the album as a whole is a 10 out of 10 experience for me. So those little nitpicks I have really just don't matter at the end of the day for me. Let me know what you guys thought about this record. It's very beloved, so I'm interested to hear your guys' theories. Even if you never heard of this record, I want to hear what you guys think of it. Please listen to it, you know? I can't stress enough. Thank you for watching. This video took so long to make. I've had so many problems. It's just been a lot of work, but I'm happy with how this video turned out, and I hope you guys liked it too, and I'm thankful for you guys sticking to the end. I know this video is so long, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. The next one won't be as long as this one, I promise.
Walk off into the sun.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.